I finally unlocked Abyss Camo, but was it even worth it? What's up, guys? This is Bird Music, and welcome back to some more Black Ops 6 in Warzone. I did it. I finally unlocked Abyss Camo in the game. I don't know if I have it on a class right now, because obviously I'm still in the middle of the grind, but okay, there you go. There it is, man. Abyss Camo in Black Ops 6 in Warzone. Before the game was even out, and they showed us all three of the different mastery camos, I said that Abyss Camo was the best looking out of all of these, and as we go through this video, I will talk about whether or not I think it was actually worth it, because it is my favorite mastery camo that we have in this game, but I do want to give it a little bit before we talk about whether or not the camo is actually worth grinding for or not. But first, let's start off by doing a little showcase of this camo, because it took so much work to get this camo unlocked, and this is what it looks like. Without the dynamic reactiveness of the camo, it is relatively plain, but the blue and green animation that plays as you start firing your guns, it looks absolutely beautiful. And I'm pretty sure when they first showed off Abyss Camo, I was comparing it to a dream guitar that I still really want, but it's, you know, extremely expensive and very rare. It's a Steve Vai gem guitar that has an acrylic finish in it. They actually put his blood into the swirl paint job on the guitar, and it lights up. It has LEDs. It looks absolutely insane. That's what this camo makes me think of, and I'm so glad that I finally unlocked it. But still, there's a little bit of a catch to it. So what I want to do with this video is show you guys the process of unlocking Abyss Camo in the game. We're not going to take a gun from basically nothing to then unlocking Abyss. That would take way too much time. But this loadout right here has the AK-74. I don't have Abyss Camo for this quite yet. The method that I'm going to show you guys is probably the fastest way to get every single camo done, at least within reason. There's going to be some special camos and some mastery camos where you can't do this method. You can't play what I'm going to play to get certain camos, but overall, it's going to speed up the grind immensely. Also, we're currently level 914 in Black Ops 6 in Warzone. We're so close to hitting level 1000. So if you guys do enjoy this video and you want to see me hit level 1000 in this game, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. And I'm going to show you guys the fastest way to unlock Abyss Camo in Warzone. Now, ever since they added the casual mode, BR casual, that basically was the fastest and most casual way to start going for Abyss Camo in the game, because you can mostly just kind of farm bots. You don't have to deal with the sweats. You don't have to play against a bunch of real players. However, it still takes place on Verdansk, and the map is huge, and the frequency of running into bots is just not nearly as high. And that is really the first problem when it comes to grinding for Abyss Camo for me, because this is where I did most of the grind. I did most of my eliminations and a very big chunk of the special and mastery camo grinds on BR casual. But once they dropped Season 4 Reloaded, they added this. They added Resurgence Casual, where you play Rebirth Islands mostly against bots. There are some real players in here as well, but this one single mode cuts down on the grind significantly, and I'll show you guys why. Right off rip, if we go to matchmake for Rebirth Casual, it's going to take much less time to actually find a match, because there's way less actual real players and teams that are required to start this match. Even when playing at BR Casual on Verdansk, I noticed that the matchmaking times could still take quite a while. It could take minutes to find a game. And there you go. Just like that, we already have a lobby. But yeah, right off rip, Resurgence Casual, it's just way faster to matchmake and actually get into the matches, which will save you a lot of time when you're camo grinding. And obviously, if we're talking about matchmaking, I'm sure it's going to bring up this next question. Is there skill-based matchmaking in the casual modes on Warzone, whether it's Verdansk or Resurgence Casual? And I can tell you guys, yes, there is 100% skill-based matchmaking in this as well. The biggest difference, though, is that as you get better or get more kills and your invisible stats that don't even actually track or count in the casual modes go up, you will be playing against better real players. The bots themselves, they stay stupid. You can still farm them all you want. And this is just my own anecdotal experience. You know, I've been playing a ton of casual Warzone going for Abyss Camo. I've done plenty of Verdansk, and I've done a lot of Resurgence as well. There is still some form of skill-based matchmaking in here as well, and it will slow down the matchmaking times, especially for Verdansk. Also, to show you guys the process, I did loot this cipher. I'm going to try to use this. Oh, this is a real person. Anyone with the Beavis or Butthead skins, I'm telling you, they're real. Nope. And that's what we have to be careful for when going for Abyss. You know, we want to farm the bots. I really don't care about trying to kill real players right now. Although, I mean, no, okay. Yeah, that's a bot. There you go. There's number 2. Bots drop-shotting. Jesus. Cracked us? All right, only 2 more kills and we'll get a Bloodthirsty for the streak, which, yeah, that's the process for Abyss. You have to get 2 Bloodthirsties with whatever gun you're trying to use. This part of the camo grind is really not that bad. Like, it's not that difficult to get a Bloodthirsty, at least in the casual modes. There you go. All right, 1 more for the streak. There we go, and there's number 5. That should be 1 for the cipher. Now we just have to do that again. It's that easy. And this is the thing that actually makes this camo grind relatively frustrating, because when they first did the Black Ops 6 Warzone integration, anyone that wanted to go for Abyss Camo had to play against real players. There was no casual, there was no bots, and it was going to lead to the biggest amount of pain and suffering while trying to go for this camo grind, because I've already said this before, if they didn't have the casual modes, I most likely would not have stuck with Warzone, and I wouldn't have done the Abyss Camo grind at all. And it's not that I can't do it. I mean, dude, I've already done Dark Matter, I've done Nebula. I just don't actually care enough about Warzone to the point where where I'd want to play against real players and suffer and go through that grind. Especially if I don't have to, like, and that's the thing too. If you're thinking about going for this camo, you can play against real players if you want to, you know. I will say this, unlocking these camos and, you know, mostly playing against bots, it's not necessarily as impactful or crazy as, you know, playing against real players for sure. Also, oh no, we're one off. Hold up. I better, what the, oh, no way. I probably should have just played it. Is this a real person? Like, no, wait. Yeah, it's a bot. Okay. It was a bot. Pretend you didn't see that. But, yo, you could look now. There's Catalyst, or there's Abyss Camo. I said Catalyst for a sec. I have been kind of blowing through the camo grind as of lately, you know. It took about a day or two of casually going for Catalyst camo to finish that. Another big reason why I decided to go so hard in the camo grinds as of recently is because of the double XP. I was absolutely flying through the levels during the double XP weekend because of all the camo unlocks, too. There you go. You can work on the AEK as well. I don't think I have this one done. But yeah, if you're thinking about going for Abyss Camo, I would highly recommend playing Resurgence Casual. It's going to be the easiest way to at least get a limbs, which is the most time-consuming part of the grind. Now, when it comes to going for the special camos in the game, that is going to vary from weapon to weapon, so I can't fully recommend just playing Resurgence Casual for those camos. Oh my god, is this a real person? I couldn't tell. Shark was, like, moving all weird. I don't know if this is going to finish the AEK right here. We got 15 now. But yeah, when it comes to going for Gold Tiger, I would recommend doing Verdansk quads, but loading in solo. That way you can just take the most wanted contracts and you don't have to worry about your teammates taking different types of contracts, but you'll still be able to just kill bots. You know, you can take it casually, you don't have to rush through it, and it's definitely not going to be as stressful if you do that. But when it comes to King's Ransom, I'm pretty sure it's like 5-3 kill streaks. Again, if you want to, you could just play Resurgence Casual, and you should be able to get those done pretty quickly as well. Oh, no more Resurgence, and I think it's mostly a lot of real players now. Wait, that should be it right there. Come on. Just let me have this real quick. That should be 2 Abyss Camos in one game. And we're ranking up 915. There you go. We got it. Now I can go for my loadout weapon, which I haven't used at all. But yeah, we're running out of time to actually go for this camo in this match, so we'll probably have to play another one. All right, let's see if we can at least get a win. Much like Verdansk, once you start to get to the end, it's going to be nothing but real players, so. What is happening? Oh, he's all the way up there. Oh my god. Oh, the precision hit him. What the? Oh, there we go. Wait, oh, that was the game. Okay, there you go. We got to win first game on 2. I was like, where is this guy resing? He was just right there on the ground. I don't know why I couldn't see him. But yeah, that's a pretty typical match of Resurgence Casual, unlocking the camos and stuff. And usually it's pretty easy to get wins as well, so that's pretty nice. But bro, I don't even have double XP going right now, but the XP gains are absolutely insane. Let's see how the AK is looking. Yeah, I didn't think that we got a 5 kill streak in that one. But dude, Abyss Camo, it still just looks so good. I know I got a little distracted, but I was talking about going for King's Ransom. When it comes to Catalyst, you can absolutely do this in Resurgence Casual. That's how I did it, and it was very easy to get done. And then, of course, we have Abyss Camo, where you have to get 2 Bloodthirsties with each gun. As far as goes for unlocking that Abyss Camo calling card for getting it on like 33 different weapons, I think I'm more than halfway done at this point, so I'm really close to just being fully done with camo grinding on here. But as we queue into this second match, I'm going to answer the question, was Abyss Camo worth it? And I'm just gonna come out and say it. It was not worth it at all. And I know that sounds so bad because, again, this is my favorite mastery camo between Dark Matter, Nebula, and Abyss, but I genuinely feel like I wasted so much time going for this camo, especially on Verdansk. Like, yeah, BR casuals, it's not going to be as difficult, but the biggest drawback about going for Abyss camo in this game is that it's simply just so time-consuming. It doesn't matter if you did this camo grind right at the start, or if you did it on Verdansk, it is still a massive time sink, and I feel like it's only really worth it if you're someone who wants to play a lot of Warzone and if you really enjoy this game. Now, admittedly, going for this camo and playing so much Warzone between Verdansk and Resurgence, it has kind of grown on me a little bit more, but if I had a time machine and I could go back in time and not go for this camo and, you know, do more productive, better things with my life, I would definitely do that. And honestly, I'm kind of tempted to rant about Dark Matter and Nebula as well, but I'm planning on saving that for a future video where I talk about every single part of grinding in this game. I'm gonna have to hold my tongue until I hit level 1000 and I'm fully done with grinding Black Ops 6 and Warzone. Also, I guess we're gonna go ahead and do the PU. You know, that's the other thing that's really nice, is that it's easy to find loot in Resurgence. You have to do this for at least 33 different weapons, and it's very easy to find these different supply boxes, which does make it even easier to camo grind because you're not gonna have that hard of a time finding the guns that you need to grind for out of supply boxes. And since Rebirth Island is a smaller map, it's also really easy to find the bots and just keep farming them and getting your camos. But that is also kind of the problem with all this. Part of the reason why I'm saying that this camo grind is not worth it is because if you're someone who wanted to go for this earlier on in the game's life cycle, you basically got fucked. You have to go through all that pain and suffering, playing against real players, probably failing a lot of your different camo streaks and stuff like that. You had to go through the ringer. Whereas if you're trying to go for the camos right now, like I am, it's just not as hard.
It's very hard.
And honestly, I'm not exactly sure how to feel about this. that, because when you do finally unlock Abyss Camo after farming bots and casual, it just doesn't really hit the same. Like, I felt a lot more accomplishment. I felt a greater feeling of satisfaction when I finally unlocked Dark Matter Camo in Black Ops 6. Now, does that mean in hindsight I should have just played against real players the entire time when going for Abyss? I mean, maybe, but at the same time, like I said, if there wasn't a casual mode and I couldn't have just farmed bots and done it the easy way, I don't necessarily think I would have gone for this camo, because, again, when it comes to Call of Duty, I'm just mostly a multiplayer guy. Also, that was a real person. This is what I'm saying, man. When you have to play against actual Rebirth demons, it's so unfun. It's a crazy level of sweat. They'll, like, slide cancel one way, jump back the other way to break your aim and stuff. Also, that should be an Abyss Camo right there for the PU. Pop it up. Yep, there it is. Honestly, since we're more than halfway done, I'm not exactly sure what I need to try to go for next. I do want to get Abyss for the Essex, though. This is an example of a gun where I still have to get the regular eliminations for it. Oh my. What the f? It's a ridiculous looking skin, but it's not a real person, thank God. What the f? Oh, okay, yeah, a real person dropped up here. Clam Clapper? Wow, incredible name, dude. Can't be with an Amis while mounted. Oh my. It's like that would have driven me absolutely insane if I was trying to do this against real players only. But like I was saying earlier, when it comes to Dark Matter, you know, I did that really early on. It was the first camo that I wanted to grind for. But even then, I was kind of just going for the camo casually. I didn't want to try to be the first person in the world to unlock it, because I know I wouldn't have been. And this is really going to tie into the overall point I want to make about camo grinding in BO6 and Warzone. Okay, great. Yeah, there goes the streak. Captain Clapper. Wow, we just got all the cheek clappers camping on roofs. It's so much fun. I love this game. Hopefully I can finally make this point without crashing out. A big reason why I really didn't care about trying to unlock Dark Matter Camo all that fast in Black Ops 6 is because right when the game came out, there were essentially exploits and easier ways to be able to unlock the camo faster. And once I found that out, I was like, okay, I don't really care to just like cheese the game and unlock it super fast. At least for multiplayer, because again, that's the mode that I like to play, and I wanted to feel like I was earning the camo in the most legit way possible. But when it comes to going for Nebula and Abyss, yeah, all of that went completely out of the window. Now, I did end up streaming quite a bit of the Nebula grind, but I don't think I made a full-blown dedicated video on unlocking it and talking about it. But if you're one of those players that started going for Nebula... Oh! Hello, Shark. Oh, hey, we got Abyss for the AK. Nice. And I'm dead. Cool. I honestly don't even know how that hit me, but okay. Dude, doing a commentary while trying to play this is so difficult because of how involved this is. Like, there's always something happening, but yeah. If you're one of those players that started going for Nebula Camo when Citadel was released, you might know about the Molotov oil trap cheese that could basically get you an insane amount of headshots without having to really try at all. That method can cheese almost the entire Zombies Camo grind. And like we've already established, I didn't really care about trying to cheese camos on Nebula or Abyss. If there's a faster way to do it and it takes less effort, of course I'm gonna do it because I just want the camo unlocked. But the problem with the Zombies Camo grind is that you could also cheese it as well, and when they added directed mode into the game, it also allowed for a more casual experience, a more casual way to go for the camos. And that is how I grinded most of my headshots prior to Citadel getting added into the game and people discovering the Molotov cheese. So yeah, pretty similar to kind of wasting my time in Verdansk casual and the camo grinds ultimately just taking more time. I could have just waited and done it here on Resurgence casual, and I would have saved a ton of time going for the camos. Also, this is some crazy levels of camping right now from our team trying to get the win. Oh, they're just gonna hide in the building. These guys are gonna have to move. This is so bad. What is Dumzo doing? He's going crazy. We gotta watch this guy. The rest of the teammates are just camping. He's not even plating up. He doesn't care. This is the longest Rebirth match I've seen in casual. This is so weird. I genuinely have never seen a casual match on Rebirth go for this long. This is absolutely cursed. They're just waiting right there. Like, where are they? This is so weird. Ah, that's your teammate. What are you doing? Oh my god, that's your teammate! Bro! I think they somehow dropped all the way to the bottom. Watch the other team have more stims or something. This is so cursed. There they are. They're on the roof. He missed the hand cannon shot. Doesn't matter. Thunder's going crazy. He finished it. Oh, he got both of them. It's a 1v1. Dumzo is down. Oh, no way we lost. I think we just lost. Is he trying to wait him out? He's waiting on the selfie. This is crazy. Dude.
1 of 5 remaining.
Did he not pop the selfie? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but honestly, it doesn't matter because look at those XP gains, look at those camo unlocks. That's really all we're trying to accomplish here. Let's go ahead and put it on the AK. It's gonna be looking beautimous. But yeah, ultimately to wrap things up, Abyss Camo is still my favorite camo in the game. I'm glad that I have it unlocked. However, I don't really feel like it was worth it. I do kind of feel like it was a waste of time. I could have just waited for Resurgence Casual to come out and just farmed the ever-living out of the bots on there instead of wasting my time on Verdansk where things were moving at a much slower pace. But I'm just trying to keep it real with you guys. I personally do not feel like Nebula Camo and Abyss Camo are worth unlocking if you don't have an insane amount of time to put into the game. What's kind of frustrating about this as well is that playing the casual modes doesn't track your stats. Now, I'm sure there's a way to pull the data, and I might try to do that now that I have Abyss Camo unlocked, but I honestly feel conflicted on their decision to not really like track the stats and show you your stats in game when you're playing the casual modes, because I get it, the wins don't really matter, the kills don't really matter and all that stuff. It's just meant to be played for fun. But at the same time, they absolutely know what they're doing. The reason why they put the casual mode in the game is to increase player engagement, and part of that is also by having a camo grind that people can go for. And just to show you guys that this is the case, if we go to barracks and then we go to stats and then we go to, I think, combat record. This is exactly what I'm saying. How could I have Abyss Camo unlocked with less than 2 hours played? They're not tracking the stats for casual, and there's no way to see it. If I go to Resurgence, for some godforsaken reason, I have over 10 hours played on Resurgence. If we go to Plunder, I've got 16 hours on here. And if we go to Ranked Play BR, I think I played like one match. Yeah, we got 15 minutes on here. And I don't believe I've played any Ranked Play Resurgence at all yet. No track stats to show. So there you go. There's no way to see how much time I actually put into this camo grind and how much casual I actually played. But like 98 to 99% of the camo grind was done in the casual mode. Even as we're sitting here on the main menu screen and I'm looking at my John Black Ops character with a Dark Matter nail gun on his back and an Abyss Camo AK in the front, I am happy that I have the camo. It looks absolutely gorgeous. But once I finish the Abyss Camo calling card and I hit level 1000 on this game, I feel like I definitely need a break, because that's the other thing too. The casual modes, I feel like they were really just kind of created and made for newer players to get accustomed to Warzone and the different types of modes they have, as well as for people to just simply have fun. I feel like, especially in 2025, we might have lost sight of the fact that video games were created and they're made for having fun. And, you know, pouring all of your time into camo grinding, at least in my opinion, I didn't really feel like going for Abyss Camo was all that fun or satisfying. I had a lot more fun just kind of goofing around, trying to run people over on Resurgence Casual with Matt. Yo. They have the actual Beavis and Bundle. Beavis and Bundle.
Beavis has been located.
Beavis spotted. Run him over.
Oh! Dude! That might be a real person, dude. Butthead skin? God, bro, what are you doing?
I'm coming back. Oh no! Oh my god!
Damn,
I no-scoped him. I no-scoped him.
No, wait, what?
I no-scoped him.
HDR no-scope headshots? No way! Oh my god, dude! Holy shit! What a demon, dude.
Wait, is he actually just hiding inside there?
Yeah.
No
Actually
way.
hiding in there.
No, I got Woody.
Oh my god! No,
What?
mine flipped!
Sweet. I'll unflip you. There you go.
I got it.
Nice,
I got in before
nice.
it flipped.
So yeah, go for whatever camos you want to, but remember to have fun with the game as well. And with that being said, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me finally unlock Abyss Camo in Black Ops 6 and Warzone. If you guys did enjoy this video and you're gonna see me go for level 1000 next, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys later.
Come. Train going.